tell us about the inspiration for the story. Is it based on? You said your grandparents were up in the Bronx.
Right.
Are these things that happened during that time?
Well, I had a lot of friends and have a lot of friends who are in the NYPD or have been in the NYPD. So a lot of the stories are inspired from some of the stories that they would tell me.
Mm-hmm.
The nice thing about teaching at Rice was that there was officers from the NYPD who were getting a second salary, that they had retired, they got their pension, and they were doing great work at Rice High School. And
So tell us about what's the connection with Rice High School?
I taught at Rice. I taught at Rice High School in Harlem for 17 years.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so that's where you met NYPD, retired NYPD
a couple of
officers?
From there, and then also through music when I was playing in bands. There was
you had friends who were NYPD and retired NYPD, and you met them from when you were teaching at Rice.
Right.
And so is beyond talking to them as you kind of gathered the material, did you have to do any additional research?
I didn't do much, to be quite honest with you. I didn't want it to be too many statistics or too much research based. I wanted it more fantastical. Dip into. I think part of the beauty of Irish writing certainly is the dip into the mythical and the fantastical, and just kind of reshaping the boundaries of reality. Flann O'Brien is one of my favorites.
Oh, okay.
I'd Swim Two Birds and The Poor Mouth, two of my favorite books.
Really? Okay.
And just completely in and out of reality, and just the interplay with the mythical and reality is just a beautiful thing. And I think that the Irish have always been in touch with that in their writing, in their music, in their mythology, in their even in their religion. There's that very fine line between what is real and what is mythical, and what is and they kind of weave in and out with each other.
Supernatural.
The supernatural in everyday life.
Well, I don't think it's too much of a spoiler, because I think it's just like in one of the first few chapters. I mean, for example, is it Dunphy? Someone was speaking to a severed head, right?
Yeah.
But again, it's neither Dunphy nor the narrator really even raises an eyebrow about it. It's just it's like another day on the job.
Right.
So that's the kind of crossing between reality and supernatural that's in the book. And
I got a lot of that from my grandfather too, when he would tell stories about growing up in Ireland or even in the Bronx, and a lot of the tales that he would tell would just be kind of you'd wonder if they were real. Was he making stuff up? Was this stuff that he believed himself? And I never found out.
And you're probably better off not.
You're probably not.
Exactly.
Probably not.
Well, I mean, it creates a great voice. So again, just as the narrator, it's fun to follow. The ideal narrator is one you can trust.
Right.
But in this book, I don't know, it's not so much about a trust. Maybe you can trust him to, lead you through this like you said, supernatural, supernatural landscape of New York past. But I'm not sure it's necessarily like trustworthy in terms of, you can trust him to tell you the facts.
Right.
But it is trustworthy in the sense that it leads you in the most helpful path through the story,
Right.
Given the characters, I think a narrator with a more formal voice, I think, would have been to the detriment of the novel. It's almost like this is another member of the force, without the responsibilities of being on the force, being the go-between between the reader and the actors and the story.